is a software designed to work in a clinic, polyclinic and hospitals. This is basically designed in such a way that a complete software has all the requirement to manage and run day-to-day clinic operations. Let us begin with a few features. We have our menus divided into different categories. The first one is patients, then you have general, accounts, master, admin, and last is tools. Let us explore what we have in patients. This is a place where you basically create a queue when you have a new patient. So you open your patient window and you add the patient, and here it will go and generate the invoice. Let's say you don't want to generate an invoice. So this is basically the patient queue system. The next one is the patient master file. This is a place where you can see all your patients, and if you want to create a new patient file, you just click on it and you create a new patient file. Now if you see here, you have a lot of details of patient, like his name, his family name, his marital status, his nationality, and a lot of details. Now on the bottom part, you can find out the current visit and his treatment, diagnosis and treatment, his treatment history if he has visited the clinic previously, his billing history in terms of his payment, his insurance details, and the documents. In this place you can scan the patient's reports, medical reports, clinical tests, all this, and store it in the patient file electronically. Now let's go back to invoice. Invoice can be generated from the patient queue or patient file, or it could be generated individually. So this is a place where you can create an invoice, and here you have your tax features built into it, and you choose what type of treatment he has taken, or it is just medicines, or it is just laboratory test, whatever could be taken care of. Then we go into receipts. This is specifically used for part payments. If you have a patient who has paid an amount for you and he has certain amounts still pending, then this is a place where you can have his information visible. Then we have place where you can define a particular appointment for a doctor, or basically in one window it gives you a weekly appointment schedule. And this is a place where you can see all your reports. On this upper screen you can choose the doctor, you can choose the branch if you have multi-branch, from date, to date, and different varieties of reports. In this bottom screen here you can see all the customized or all the reports which the clinic has added after the installation of the program. So basically here you have a set of defined reports, and then you can add your own reports. Let's go to second part, which is called general. This is a place where you can define your inventory. You can have your inventory purchase, sales, and you can see your inventory movement. Inventory can include medicines, disposables, or whatever things a clinic or a polyclinic purchases. And this is a place where you can find out your stock positions, what you have, how much you have, and what are the sub items breakup you have. So this is a quick place where you can go and see your available stock. Let's go to accounts. This is a place where you can find out your daily revenue in terms of what mode of payment did you receive it, and this is the place where you can see whether you want amount to be visible on receipts, regular patients, outpatients, all in one window. And this is another place where you can see your expenses. As I said earlier, this module has all the legal, admin, all the available expenses are defined here, and you can keep going and adding your expenses. Basically, we are trying to fit your day-to-day accounting requirement into this module. This is the master place where you do your definition. For example, you define designation of employees, all the different type of employees working under your clinic. Basically, this is a place where you define your staff. Staff includes all type of different categories of worker, like clerk, staff, doctor, technicians, pharmacists, anybody who works is recorded here. And here, as you see, you can scan a person's image, his photographs, you can scan, input his documents, you can have his scanned copy of medical certificates, passport copies, other legal documents, all in one module. Then you have different places where you can define nationality, status, diagnosis, treatments, different departments. You can define here, departments are nothing but a sub-segmentation of your clinic in such a way that you can monitor your revenue and your movement in terms of different departments versus different doctors. Here you can define your insurance company. If your company has tie-up with different corporates, corporate employees get special discounts, or you have tie-up with different insurance companies, how much is the insurance company going to handle, how much is the patient going to pay. Basically, this is a place where you define all those. And then here we define tax. This is designed in such a way that you can have any different type of tax defined and it will reflect on your payment side. Let's go to admin. This is a place where you can have your users defined. This is basically different groups of user groups, so that you have support staff, you have operator, you have receptionist, and it will allow them to see only the required features. This is a place basically where you define who is going to access what. Let me say in my accounts department, I want my group called accounts or finance to see few features. So this is how I add it, and based on their permissions, they can have certain people can only do delete, certain people can only view, certain people can print, or in short, if you want everybody to do everything, you just have to highlight it here, and this is how the privileges are issued. Let's go to user-defined report mechanism. This is a place where you can define your reports. Let's say list of all expenses, and this is your list exp.rpt. This is basically a customized report which you can add into your system after the installation of the application. So this is a very useful tool where a client does not get stuck with available reports. He can keep adding and modifying the available reports, and this is a place where you go and define who can see what reports. Let's say this is my list of all expenses, and who or which category of employees are going to look at it. Let's say the operators have access to look at this report and admin has an access. So this is how you basically define. And last, we have a menu called tools. This is very important. This is a place where you can do your data backups, because data is important and a good backup mechanism is very important to manage itself. So this is a place where you have your data backup, and in case of emergency requirement, you can restore your data back to the database. With this, we have nearly covered all the available features in a clinic module. It takes care of patients, it takes care of medicine, it takes care of your employee, your users, your admins, your tool, and it is a complete package in itself.